Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my new video where we are going to be talking about and going over all these support items. I'm kind of going on a run a little bit where I want to just kind of review a bunch of things for support for people in the new season because I think that that is the most popular role right now. Looks like the cat is just getting up when he heard me talking. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Locket. I do educational content, I do guide videos, I do tip videos, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of a different format for a video. Let me know what you guys think. My experiences, I've hit diamond a couple times with different kinds of support. I've got it with tank supports like the Leona and Nautilus. Also, and a lot easier, I got it with things like Brand and Zyra that I feel like you have a lot more agency and I was able to climb a lot quicker with the mages if you're curious at all about my experience. So without further ado, let's get into the videos, and I am open to all feedback and critique. If you guys also have any questions for me, or if you want to join the stream and play a little bit with me, the Discord will be in the description. I try to be as interactive as possible. Also, this weekend I'm going to be doing some coaching for anyone that is interested, and just kind of I'm just going to do like a ad here on the Discord, and anyone that's online, if they send me a message, I'll probably take like the first 5 or 6 people that are interested in coaching, and I will help them out. So let's get right into the video. Okay, let's jump into the 3 base support items you can go. First up, we are going to go into the AP item, where you get extra gold and do extra damage with your auto attacks and spells. When you are taking this, it usually means that you are on an aggressive support that is looking to poke and auto a lot to get as much gold and harass off as possible in the lane. Some examples of supports that take this would be Brand and Zyra and Karma and Morgana are usually the best choices to take this item when you are trying to carry the bot lane. It's going to provide you a good, decent amount of damage. It's obviously not as much as an AP item, but it will help you in the long run in the 1v1s and in the 2v2 trades that you're going to be taking. Just always make sure to be maximizing as much as possible those auto attacks and constantly be looking at if you have those procs up. Also, side note, if you aren't aware, you can also use these procs on the tower and you will get extra gold. Next up, we have the coin. Now, this is probably the one that I use the least most because it's usually used on people that are a bit more passive in lane, people that like Soraka, that just want to be able to have a little bit of movement speed, want to have just a little bit of mana regen from the coins and get golds passively. You don't have to expose yourself and get close to the enemy to auto attack to get gold. So this is a little bit more for defensive range supports with the coin. Next up, we have the Relic Shield. Now, this is generally for tank supports, and it is really important that you use these procs on the cannon minions to maximize the amount of gold that you are receiving, and also will provide you a little bit of tankiness with HP. Some great examples of supports that use this would be Braum and Alistair. Now, let's get into the fun stuff, not just the boring starting items. Let's get into Ardent Censor. Ardent Censor is a great pickup for a support when you have a hyper carry or a bunch of people on your team that rely on attack speed. I want you, before buying Ardent Censor, to take a look at your team composition. Do you have a hyper carry ADC? Do you have a Master Yi jungle? Do you have like a Jax in the top lane? This is always going to be great to pick up Ardent Censor when you are a support that provides shields or heals. So always look at it. An example of kind of a poor time to get Ardent Censor, even if you are something like Janna or Soraka, would be an Ezreal out of the ADC, or Lethality Varus or something like that, or maybe a Misfortune. And then the rest of the team is mages, or they are not auto attack heavy champions. So always look to min-max with your items. You should never be doing a cookie cutter build. If there's one thing that you pick up from this video, I hope it is that. Next up, we have Shurelya's. Now, Shurelya's is a little bit unique. It's kind of a little bit rarer than most of the other support items, but this is another one of those items where you really want to check out what your team has. What is the composition? If your team is full of a bunch of tanks and or they have a lot of pick potential, Shurelya's can really augment their power and increase just their innate ability to run at people, and it gives you a bit of AP, gives you a bit of tankiness and CDRs. So Shurelya's is a great pickup I'll give a team example for every single one of these items. It would be a good time to do it. When you have Shurelya's, maybe you have an Elise jungle, maybe you have a Malphite top, you have a Galio out of the mid lane, and a Sivir or something out of ADC, where your whole team is just looking to run at the enemy team and just kind of bulldoze over them. That is a great time to take Shurelya's. Now, a little bit of a caveat with Shurelya's is it is important for AP users to buy it. You probably do not want to build it on things like Braum or Thresh or Alistair. Next up, we have Athene's. Now, Athene's is a very situational item. I think it's one of the most situational items that I pick up. It is when the enemy team has a lot of single target damage, for example, Fizz or Talon, or just things that are looking to burst out a single target. This is going to give you a lot of pre-mitigation with their combo, and when you are able to be like a Lulu and you give them the heal and the shield, you are usually able to get them out of very tough situations. So this is the best for single target enemy damage. Next up, we have Twin Shadows, another pick kind of support item, and it also allows you to land skill shots a lot better. Some great examples of when you want to pick up things like Twin Shadows is when you have an Elise jungle, maybe an Ashe out of the ADC role, where they are just looking to pick with arrows and cocoons, and you can really augment their ability to land CC. Also, just kind of a side note, if you play something like Vel'Koz, Twin Shadows can be great to just set up your full combo. Next up, we're getting out of the AP role. We are going into the more tanky items. Let's go into Knight's Vow. Now again, this is the cure for the enemy team being very single target damage reliant. Again, with things like that are assassins and are looking to burst out your ADC, Knight's Vow is a great item to pick up to kind of share the load of the damage without having to go something like Athene's, even though you don't have a shield. So it's kind of like either or. If you see the enemy team doing single target, you really want to grab that Knight's Vow, and it will give you some CDR and health, and it will provide a bit of armor, which is nice. Next up, we have Zeke's. I think Zeke's is one of the most underutilized items right now currently with supports. I usually only see champions like Rakan take it, but right now I think it's a great pick for when you have a snowballing ADC. If your ADC is snowballing, I really want you to try and grab this if it makes sense for your build. It gives so much damage, and it gives you an AoE slow around you. It is really useful for tank supports that are looking to just kind of jump in, like Alistair, like Braum, like Leona. If you have a fed ADC that you just need to give him damage, he doesn't really need too much protection. He's kiting out well. This is a great time to give him a more offensive power and let him just burn through those enemy players even quicker. Next up, we have the Locket. Now, Locket is a better pick most of the time if they have a lot of AoE. There's a lot of AoE damage in the game. If you see something like maybe a Ziggs out of the mid lane that's going to be throwing out a lot of AoE, or just any kind of champion that's going to be hitting multiple targets, and that is the champion that's fed, that's when you want to take a look at grabbing the Locket. It can be quite a effective just kind of mitigation item. Also is a decent build path that's pretty much, it's really cheap, and it provides so much. It does scale now off of base health, so it is sometimes better off people with higher health pool. Not base health, but just overall total health. Next up, we have the Redemption. Now, Redemption is another great AoE heal. It is going to be really effective in team fights where you are taking the team is taking a lot of damage, and you want to be a little bit more proactive as opposed to the Locket being reactive, where there's like, oh god, this team is jumping in with a bunch of damage, I really need to press the Locket. Where what you can do with the Redemption is when you know the team fight has been engaged, you can throw it down and hit as many people with the heal and as many people with the damage. Now, we are going to go into the last. All right, let's get right into Mikael's Crucible. I think Mikael's Crucible is quite a good item for an enemy team comp that is looking for a lot of pick and you have a very high value target that is getting picked over and over again. Say that if they have just a champion that maybe something like a Syndra or maybe something like an Ashe that are looking to pick, and where you can just remove all of their CC off them, this is going to be a great item for anti-pick. So again, it's one of those items you shouldn't be building every game, but if the enemy team calls for it, that is when you should pick it up. It has a nice build path with Chalice of Harmony and Forbidden Idol, so it gives you a bit of heal and shield power, and gives you a decent amount of mana regen and magic resist with that added 10% cooldown. Now, that will wrap up the support items. If I missed any, I apologize. I think I grabbed all of them. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm always here to help. This is an educational channel. Just kind of, that's the whole idea. I'm just trying to help you guys climb. So let me know. Join the Discord in the description. You can send me a direct message when you get on the server, and I will try my best to help you out. If you enjoyed the content, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, guys, take it easy.